So, I'm back. And I don't just mean that with another video. Well, I'm back-ish with World of Warships. Yeah. A break has been good. Do I think I'll get back to playing the way I used to? Probably not. That update aside, let's talk about what's in front of you. This is the Tier 8 Pan-Asian premium destroyer, the Loyang. And I'm partly playing this for you today because, preparation for the Pan-Asian destroyers, which most people will not be able to pronounce. In fact, there are two of them in particular, the Indian variants, I believe they're Indian, that I have a hard time pronouncing. And I'm going to have all kinds of fun waiting for other people to butcher some of the very similar pronunciations between the PRC and the ROC destroyers that'll be up sometime soon. So this is literally the first match I had played in World of Warships in many, many months. And I make no promises that this is going to be fantastic gameplay. In fact, you can be guaranteed that this is going to be some of the worst gameplay of this game on this channel that I have ever featured. But there are some things to note. I currently have this machine set up in a very supportive role. It's got a lot of anti-aircraft spec. It's got the defensive fire consumable instead of the speed boost consumable. And as a general rule, I'm not going to dump smoke for myself in this match. And I'm literally just going to be the fun police for those enemy bombers. I do believe that that is a Kraplin on the enemy team. I don't know for sure. I'm not terribly able to remember the silhouettes the way I used to, just from a glance of the team listings on the right and left hand sides of the screen, but I know that is not a Shokaku, and I know that that is not a Lexington. And I'm pretty certain that's not the Big E, so so far it does sound like it is the Graf. So yes, I did drop smoke that time, a little bit on the selfish bit there, just to break contact, line of sight. A little bit more of a War Thunder habit, and then I remembered, oh yeah, smoke screens are torpedo magnets. Let me DD them out. And the red triangles appear invariably right then and there. So, seeing that the enemy destroyer that launched some of them anyway, those torpedoes, has gone to B, or at least in support of it, I should move away from that smoke screen, around these islands, and approach the center of B to reduce their ability to make use of this cap effectively against the friendly battleships that are approximately to the northwest of my current position and just north of B. And I guess is one thing, besides my eternal frustration of going back to wargaming titles after playing War Thunder and the eternal hitting of the C key to look around instead of clicking a right mouse button, is there's a lot of damage emphasis and less in these titles. A lot of chai sniping, stuff of that nature. Now, I'm not going to say that, War Thunder players are any better about trying to secure kills, go for the damage, but one of the things that I learned to do a lot in that game was sometimes you just got to take the hit. Sometimes you just aren't going to do anything. But you do it because it's what your team needs. And if you don't do it, well, you end up like that destroyer. Oh, hey, another thing that I kind of don't miss about this game. By all rights, those torpedoes should have nuked me. They should have. I was pretty much going in a straight line. And being on about 70% health, any one of them could have killed me right there. Yes, there's all kinds of people would go say torpedo beats, but the way that felt to me playing that was literally, whatever, it's just the red triangles. Ooh, that is a really nice fire animation they've added. I mean, for as much as I give Wargaming a little bit of flack for making the game too easy, the game is beautiful. And that was something that struck out to me when I logged back in this time is, wow, this game sounds and looks amazing. I mean, it's not to... like, these guys are very clearly... The people in the art and the sound departments at Lesta, and actually the same is true in World of Tanks. I don't know about World of Warplanes. We don't talk about that one. They just put a lot of care and detail into very minor things. And it's always refreshing to see that. Ooh, is that a key? I do believe that is a key. So, some discussion about the key. I really don't know whether or not that I would actually even think about buying that chip. And it's really got nothing to do with whether or not it's good. It's just that the key is kind of a historical footnote. And the key on my own team really disagreed with my div mate and I making use of our smokescreen. So he really needed to dump torpedoes into that island just to flush us out. Alright. So, thinking of torpedoes, I'm thinking, there's an enemy battleship encroaching towards the southern perimeter of the B point. So let me turn this thing around, get the cans ready, and prepare to dump, and then I get spotted by fighters. Vision systems. So I kind of have to wait to drop off detect, because there's not much point in a surprise attack if everyone knows it's coming. And then I see that this enemy battleship has turned a bit south there. Oh, not south. They've turned off to the east, come around, and I'm contemplating dropping a giant load in their face through this channel at my now 1 o'clock, past this allied key that tried to torp me earlier. Some reach around sounds good. You good for some reach around, Key? You good for it? Nah? Not so much? Okay. I guess we'll let the squirrels get you. Alright. So, again, I don't remember a lot about the meta at this point with torpedoes, so these are kind of long shots. And you will note that there's a bit of a replay bug. I was aiming those at the key, and at the point where I had dumped them, he was going straight, he turned off. Good for him. He knows WASD hacks. Such an amazing thing. I had this little glimmer of hope that I might tap the tail of that Iowa, but any Iowa captain worth their salt is mounting a speed flag, because that is one of the few battleships in game that will hit about 35.3 knots in a straight line if you don't turn. And as such, it has quite a good amount of acceleration. It has good marginal turning handling here. And this is the part that I really wanted to talk about, is that I was starting to remember some of the things that destroyer captains should do. And notice I dropped the smoke. And I dropped it a little bit early, and sorry for the that little bit of a computer recording glitch there. But I dropped that smoke screen right there, and it's right at the edge of where the friendly Missouri is going to be. And you will notice that right about now, his center of mass has crossed into that smoke screen. He is now invisible. He also has good cover if he should feel the need to turn around, because that smoke screen extends mostly into the point where he'll be occluded by the island. And if he wants to turn around even further, he has that option, but he is also in a wonderful position by which he can turn due south and engage the enemies from there. By the way, this is how you start earning compliments, people. That and the doing long, fun police measures like this. So I looked due east, and I happened to spot those enemy torpedo bombers coming in. And when I see that my anti-aircraft guns are firing, I went ahead, dabbed that Y key, and dispersed it. So the enemy torpedo bombers are not able to find their marks on the Allied Nelson. First time I've actually seen one on my team since they released it. Kind of an interesting ship. I have no intention of getting it. It's the possibility of being teased by Wargaming Asia with Musashi either being like a tier 9 free XP ship or a tier 9 purchase ship is still, yeah, that's tempting. That's tempting. But we shall see, right? We shall see. And I was originally thinking of making a torp run on this guy, but that's not gonna happen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and shoot me a like down below. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please consider sticking around and seeing what games and videos come out on the channel as days go on. And yes, I was a giant turbo muffin a few days ago when I had this match and forgot to screen cap every last results screen for this match. Oh well. You live. Eventually I'll remember. I've got a few more World of Warships stuff, some more Thunder content to come. Anyway, thank you, and have a good day.